Hello, bonjour, Makade Bini Nakas, Magazi Dodam. Hi, it's Jamie here. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about cedar and what we use it for. First of all, I'm going to say that you need to do your due diligence in making sure that you're using the right medicine. Apparently, in some places, cedar can actually be toxic and it's not recommended for internal use. The cedar that we pick is white cedar, and we know that that's a medicine that we've used for ages, and we know what it's good for, how to use it, when to use it. So we'll start with showing you some of the branches that I've picked. I went out with a friend, offered her tobacco, and I picked a good amount of cedar, and I made sure that when I went, I cut with, sharp cutters, and I only took what I needed. So I was picking for 2 lodges and some for me, and so that's why I've got like a big bag. This is what I do with my cedar. I cut it into little pieces so that I can manage it. Even this one I could break up, just like that. So just small pieces, and I am storing it in a paper bag. That's all you need for this. And I will say it's important to go through your cedar because, as you can see here, there's actually a little nest from a bug. I don't want to use that for smudge or anything, or end up drinking that in my smudge or in my cedar tea. And then I have some branches here. The seed pods are already wide open and they've dropped some seeds. I can see 1 or 2 more. I'll make sure I make the effort to put those seeds out in the bush to grow them again. And these branches I can either take out to the bush or I can add to a fire. So I'll save those. And then when I'm working, I put down a blanket just to catch any cedar that I might drop. You can see little pieces popping off here and there. So I make the effort to clean up everything, use everything that I've picked as much as I can. Okay, so cedar. We use it as a protection medicine. We may grind it up to sprinkle it on the kookums and mushums as they come into the lodge. That's the stones that we use, that we heat up for the sweat lodge. Cedar is also great for cedar tea. So I've taken a handful and I've brought water to a boil, about 6 or 7 cups. I threw in a nice good handful, and you can see the steam that's rising. Just a little bit, you can see it. And you can either just inhale that straight from there. That steam will help clean any germs out of your air, to help kill bacteria and help get rid of any sickness in the air. So as you can see, the water's turning a nice amber color, a little bit of an orangey yellow. So that's how I know my cedar tea is ready. So I'm turning it off now, and I'm going to let it cool till I can actually drink it. You can have about a cup a day, the most. Anything more than that, you're going to really clean out your system, if you know what I mean. If you wanted to have a cedar bath, you might throw in more in less water to really make it strong, because cedar baths can be used to help you heal from trauma, to help you heal from past hurts that are difficult to get over. So that's a couple of uses that I know for cedar. And I just wanted to leave you with one more thing. We know it's actually good for our respiratory system because of how it looks when we look at the cedar. So I'm going to show you. There is a cedar frond, or a branch of cedar. This isn't the big huge branch. This is like a little offshoot. So it has a main branch. As you can see, that's the same as our lungs, the main bronchial tube that comes off of our throat into our chest. And then it has these little bits that come out. And then on some of them you can see it even has more little bits. And some of them even again, they have it again. But this is how our lungs look. And that's one of the reasons why we know that cedar is good for helping, boost our immunity and to help break up phlegm and stuff in our lungs, just by how it looks. So that's about all I have for you today. one last thing, you can boil your cedar, I'd say up to at least 3 times. Each time that you boil it though, depending how long you boiled it in the past, you're not going to get as much out of it as when you boil it again. But make sure you're getting the most out of your medicines and use every part of the plant that you pick. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you very much for joining me. See you again.